I need to kill that thing.
Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another Monday night here at Proficiency Bonus. A couple of quick. My name's Matthew. I am your primarily benevolent dungeon master. We'll see how things go in this nightmare landscape that we find ourselves in. A couple of quick shout outs first, though, to our friends and sponsors. We want to say thank you to Streamlabs OBS and Twitch as we use their software and platform to do what we enjoy doing. Huge thanks to our sponsors. Cardboard Castle Games in Evans, Georgia, in Little Dragon Corp. If you put !CCG in the chat, it'll give you a link to Cardboard Castle Games. You can find their website. They sell all manner of D&D stuff, Magic the Gathering. They're basically your friendly local game store. And then we have Little Dragon Corp. That is !Little Dragon. We'll give you a link to their website. And if you're ordering from them, you can use the discount code PROBONUS. Get some money off your order. They do ship anywhere in the I always want to say country, in the world. And if you had tuned in last week to either our stream or any of the streams that we had running, Cardboard Castle Games in Little Dragon gave us multiple items that were raffled off all last week. Here we had some dice and a copy of Candlekeep Mysteries. There was a big game on Saturday, gave away the Alien RPG starter set. So definitely keep your eyes open. We want big thanks to Little Dragon and to Cardboard Castle Games. We love you. Thank you for your support. And don't forget, folks, we mentioned it last week. We're going to keep mentioning it because it runs through the end of the year. We are neck deep right now in our Extra Life fundraiser. Last I saw, we had raised, I believe it was an even $500. It may actually be a little bit more by now. We are trying to get to 1,000 by the end of the year. So if you have a couple of extra dollars, please donate, help out. It's going to a good cause. It's going to children's hospitals. If you don't, share our post. Let people know about it. Share the link to our page. You can find it. We're shouting it out on Twitter, Facebook, all over the place. Help us reach our goal and help out kids who are in need. And with that, we're going to jump into last time, as our party had saved Lillian. They were taking a brief rest in Mount Nevermind before Murdoch's employer, benefactor, friend, not quite sure that full relationship there, but was going to teleport them home the next morning. There was some shopping going on. Sarah may or may not have, taken off her glasses and inadvertently interacted with a very powerful arcane artifact, and our entire party fell unconscious, seemingly instantly finding themselves awakening in a strange inn. Some of the party eventually started to realize they had been there before. The inn was known as the Flying Pelican. They had visited it, well, some of them had been patrons there back on the very first island they met in Mintarn. They started to realize, hey, maybe this isn't really real. I believe it was Murdoch was really the first one who started to put it together. One other party, I believe it was Rose, cracked a joke about, this must be a dream. Eventually, they realized, as they had been poking around and seeing some strange, familiar faces, that Sarah had wandered off again and found her way back to her old home, where she had a very strange interaction with her husband, Albert. She came to the strong belief that the entity speaking with her was not Albert after a conversation led to her taking a pot shot down at the group approaching and nearly hitting Rose. She proceeded to then turn and point blank fire her crossbow into Albert's temple, and he crumpled. Eventually, a large, almost starry sky patterned dragon appeared before them. Conversations were had. A carriage where Artemis saw a non-responsive halfling had been stopped by Murdoch and then released by this dragon, and it slowly started meandering away. Our party then exploded it, mostly. It's now, shattered and in shambles. Some small flames from some of the torch candelabras that had been on the sides of it starting to lick up and ignite parts of it. And through the conversation, a very angry little dwarf deciding that she was going to charge this. And correct me if I'm wrong, Rose, you were charging the dragon, correct? Not the carriage?
Yes, the dragon. That's correct.
Okay. So it appears, as we begin tonight's session, that a small dwarf is rapidly charging at this dragon. So I'm going to turn to the rest of the party first. As you start to see Rose starting to charge at this dragon, and actually the ones who would really notice it at first, realistically, is probably going to be Sarah, Lydia, and maybe Furia. As Art, Murdoch, and it looks like Jericho. Oh, sorry, Jericho, I got your true name on the Twitch overlay, our overlay. Sorry about that.
It's fine.
So for the viewers at home, just so you don't get confused, Hex provided the name Jericho to the party, so that's how the party knows them currently. Furia, I'm going to ask... oh, excuse me. I'm going to ask you to go ahead and make a perception check for me. Just to see, because I know you were sort of focused over on that carriage, too. We just want to see what you're sort of picking up as you're watching.
Dirty 20.
So you would probably, as you're watching this, you're probably hearing the rapid footsteps of a shorter-limbed individual. You're really not sure who it is, but somebody is charging behind you.
There is a couple in our party, so yeah.
Yeah. So you're probably not 100% sure who it is, but... Would anyone be doing anything else? Anything?
I would probably start running towards the burning carriage, since we all decided to attack it all of a sudden. So I'll start running towards there.
Okay. So it doesn't look like anyone's out. So I'm going to ask all of you to go ahead and roll initiative for me.
Oh.
11 for me.
Okay. Oh, give me just a second. Now that we got a Sigma popping in, I gotta kick our fake Sigma out.
Oh, my double.
It's your blue triangular doppelganger, and Sarah, you can now roll initiative for me as well.
Oh no!
Welcome.
Oh god.
Okay,
I got a 21.
Ooh, okay. Murdoch, what do you have?
That is a natural 1 for a total of 3.
Oh
Hey,
no!
there we
Oh
go.
my god!
I rolled in that one as well, but I have advantage on initiative rolls. So.
Oh!
Thankfully.
I rolled a 3, but I have +3 on initiative, so 6.
Okay. Give me a moment here so we can grab my...
Oh my god.
It's fine.
There we go. Lydia sheet. Okay, so what does Lydia have for... Oh, she got +0. Okay. And Sarah said we got 6. Jericho, what do you have?
16.
Okay, and Artemis?
15.
Okay, it's going to be just a second to reorganize this. So we have Furia. Okay, okay. We need to get one of them adjustable boards so I can just slide these up and down. 16. Art 15.
I myself like using Excel sheets.
Psych.
They're very fun.
Just kidding.
Okay. Rose at 11. And zombie. Nope. Okay, and then we have Murdoch pulling up the rear. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and change our music over here. And Murdoch, as you start to see Furia, well, the more as you start to feel Furia starting to charge up towards your back, towards this carriage, Furia, we start with you.
Yeah, I'm. Let's see how far would I actually get here. Okay, so sort of close. About there, just with my movement. Can I see how the person inside is doing at this point?
Go
Just
ahead and
from
make
where
a
I'm
free,
standing.
go ahead and make a free perception check, because it is it's not completely enveloped in flames right now. It's just sort of looking up on the back. There's a little bit of in the way, but
It's 21.
oh, okay. Yeah, so you can see there does seem to be a smaller individual sitting in there. Doesn't seem to be overly injured, but they are facing away from you right now. And they're
Do
still
they seem
just
to be
sitting,
panicking or just
just
like sitting
motionless.
there? How fast do I think I could keep up with the carriage at this pace, or is it a little too fast?
It's hard to say at this point because it really just started moving. So if it stays at this consistent speed, you're pretty sure you can keep up with it. But you're not. You would know yourself that horses are typically a little bit faster than you are.
Mm-hmm.
So if they actually get up to their full movement, they're probably going to start leaving you behind. But
Seeing as though they're not going super fast at the moment, I'd like, as my action, to try to jam my quarterstaff into one wheel, or maybe both wheels, just to stop it spinning it for the moment.
okay, go ahead and make an attack roll for me.
$15.
Okay, so that'll hit. So, as you go ahead and you sort of grab your course as you're running up to it and sort of jam it in between the spokes on this wheel, go ahead and make a strength saving throw for me.
All right. Oh,
As you're sort of jamming this thing in, and the wheels are still moving.
18. Thank you, Black Die.
Okay, so you actually managed to hold on to it.
Ooh, excellent.
So it's one of those where you've still got your quarterstaff sort of buried in there. If this thing keeps going, it's hard to say. It's gonna pull you. It's got 4 horses in front of it, so. Okay.
More horsepower than I have, that's for sure. But I just want to stop it or slow it down for the moment.
Okay, perfect. So that
Quick,
brings
turn
us.
into a horse.
I can only do one horse at a time. It got 4.
So that is going to bring us over to our player action. So let's see here. can see in front of it. So it's going to go with Lydia and Rose. So as you're charging towards this thing, Rose, and as those of you are starting to sort of look around, you watch as above the dragon's head, you see this small, almost crackling of energy appear. As that same sort of empty space that you had seen it open with two of its talons appears over its head. And Rose, all of a sudden you find yourself sort of blinking in and out of existence for a moment. As you and Lydia are now both existing in the exact same space at the exact same time. I need both you and Lydia to make a... Let's see here. What is he? I need you to make a strength saving throw for me.
Okay. A 16.
Okay, so you pass. So you are going to take half damage and you are not knocked prone. And Lydia, unfortunately, is going to fail, so she takes the full amount and she is knocked prone. Grab a die here. Okay. So you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And Lydia takes 6 points.
And since I'm raging, I'm resistant to bludgeoning, so would I have that again?
Were you raging? Had you already started
Yes,
raging at this point?
I raged like right at the start of last session before I charged the
Oh,
dragon.
okay. Yeah, so then you would have that, so it would be 1 point of damage to you.
Okay.
Oof. And the big numbers now.
You know? And then we will use this one to show Lydia's knocked prone. And that is going to end the lair action, which actually brings us to the dragon. Who is looking at this same group actually right in front of it. And it can actually see... it can actually hit almost all of you. The only one who is not in range right now is Furia.
Suddenly, I'm glad I ran away.
As you watch, as this dragon is looking down at this small creature charging at it, just sort of twisting its head, surveying the field, you watch as it rears back and just starts pulling in this deep breath. And all of a sudden, as it exhales towards the group of you, the first thing you all notice as you start to panic, most of you remembering those couple of white dragons you had run into and fought, was expecting this blast of something. But nothing seems to happen. And that is going to end the dragon's turn. And that will bring us to Lydia. Who, on the start of Lydia's turn, she needs to make a roll. That is a... Okay. So, Lydia has failed her roll. So as Lydia is sort of trying to get herself up off the ground... actually, at this point, Sarah is the only one who is probably close enough to notice. She doesn't seem to be able to get up. She's having trouble moving. And that's going to bring us to Hex. Oh, sorry, Jericho. And Jericho, I need a dexterity saving throw from you.
Ooh. Okay. That would be an 18 from me.
Okay, unfortunately, Hex, you fail as well.
That's
As you're experiencing this, you feel this sort of force coming out of this drain as it's exhale and breathing out at all of you. And you find that you are unable to move. You are currently restrained.
okay. Hmm. I gotta look at something. Can I speak?
Yeah, you're just restrained. So your
Cool.
speed is 0. Any attacks have advantage. Your attacks have disadvantage. And you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna use Misty Step, and I'm going to move 30 feet up closer to the cart,
Okay.
just to get out of there. So 5. That's gonna be my action. Can I think up a way to undo the restraints?
It's funny, as you misty step to where you are,
Mm-hmm.
you feel your muscles relaxing and you're able to move again.
Oh, lovely. Cool. Um, then I'm going to basically, I want to get this man out the cart. So I'm going to use the rest of my movement, because that was my bonus action, to go up to the cart, uh, for the last remaining feet and see if I can try to get this dude out.
Okay. So go ahead and make a strength check for me.
Oh, I'm not good at these.
As you charge up and you can see this individual sitting there, his flames are just starting to lick up the back section of that yard and he's just sitting there.
Lady Luck is smiling on me today. That's a natural 18 minus 1 for 17.
Okay, so you are able to reach in and pull this body out.
Ugh,
And
I don't
as you
like
pull,
lifting
it is
things.
it is literally like pulling an unconscious person out.
Okay.
Just complete dead weight.
Yep. I figured. Okay. Would that be my entire action?
That would be your action to do, yeah. So
Then that's my turn.
give me a second. I forgot I had his image was hidden on the GM layer. So there's our little friend. And we'll stick our flaming carriage back there. Okay, so that is going to bring us over to Artemis then. Art, I need a dexterity saving throw from you.
Oh, that is a 1.
Okay, unfortunately, you are also restrained.
Mm.
Again, you still have your action and bonus action, you just can't move at the moment.
Yeah. Excited. Let's see here. No, that wouldn't help me. I'm cursing myself for not taking Misty Step. You said that the body was already pulled out of the carriage, yes?
Yep. You can see this strange, again, from your distance, you wouldn't be able to really see the face, but you'd recognize it basically has a hooded cloak on it. But it looks like the
Yeah.
same cloak you saw when you looked in the carriage, so.
Yeah. I don't. Oh my gosh, I don't know. I'm scared of attacking the dragon because I'm a wizard and that's a dragon.
Wizards fight dragons.
All the time.
Wizard's Freddy Krueger. This is a dream. You can do it.
I'm gonna be right up in this
Not the
thing's
wizard,
face,
the dragon.
How do you know the wizard's not the one who's Freddy Krueger? Maybe this is all the wizard's doing.
Does does restrained impair like movements for spells?
No, it just means you physically have a 0 movement, but you can still like move your arms and things. But you have disadvantage on your attack roll. So if you're doing like a flaming dart, which requires an attack roll, you're at disadvantage for it. But you can still cast spells. You can still take an attack action. But
Okay. I'm just going to pop a magic missile.
okay,
Over the second level, I guess. To the dragon.
okay, perfect. So go ahead and roll your attack.
$14.
Okay.
Wait, no, sorry, 15. Oh my gosh.
Every little bit helps. As Art seems to be having some trouble moving, but you notice these couple of little bolts of arcane energy slamming into this creature. As it sort of turns and glances at you slightly, Artemis, as you're casting this spell, but doesn't, at least at the moment, doesn't seem overly concerned with you. And that will... Okay. So that brings us next to Rose. I need a dexterity saving throw from you.
All right.
You are currently, well, are attempting to charge toward this thing.
And I have danger sense, so I have advantage.
Yep.
6. That's with advantage.
No.
Unfortunately, you are restrained, so you do not manage to get any closer to it at the moment.
Dear.
Okay.
Oh, and actually, I apologize. Art, go ahead and make another dexterity save, because you can say try to save to get out of this restrained at the end of each one of your turns.
15?
No, you are still restrained at the moment.
Dang it! Okay.
Okay, and Murdoch, you are on deck.
Okay.
What you thinking, Rose?
I don't know what I can do from a distance. There's nothing I can do to try and fight against this restraint at this point?
No, it would be at the end of your turn. You can try to break out. You can
Okay.
make another saving throw. If you have a javelin or any thrown weapons,
Oh, I
you can try to...
do have a javelin. Okay, yeah, she takes a javelin off her hip, and I will try to throw it at the dragon.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll with your javelin. It is at disadvantage because you are restrained.
Okay. Oh no, that's a nat 1.
Okay, as you you notice something a little strange as you wind up and go to throw this javelin, and you're a confident, powerful dwarf. As you wind up and throw, it lands about 8 inches in front of you. As the minute you let go, it seems to drop literally like 100 pounds of stone.
It controls
And
everything.
as you watch it hit the ground, you can actually see the ground sort of indents a little from the force of this thin wooden javelin.
Hmm.
Still raging, she just lets out a growl.
Okay, so go ahead and make another dexterity save for me. At the end of your turn, you can see if you break out, and it brings us over to Murdoch.
18.
18, let me check. I don't know. I know an 18 does not do it. You are still restrained.
Okay. Dexterity save?
Dexterity save, yep.
22.
You have managed to break through it. You can move normally. Well, let me rephrase. You are not restrained, but as you start moving, you can tell that it is still extremely difficult. You are moving at half speed.
Okay. You do not control this place. I do. I don't. All right. How is Granny doing with that big old orb that she held? That she played catch with?
I don't know. I'm third in the initiative. Not third. Wow.
No, I forgot to put you on there. You were supposed to be in front of Murdoch, so I'm going to put you right after Murdoch for this round.
Okay, I was
Oh.
like, I was like, okay, I guess, I was like, Murdoch?
Yeah, I thought I transferred everybody into my list properly.
It's okay.
As you look over at Sarah, she is standing there, again, hands on the side of this orb, and you do see those, again, they look almost ethereal, but these strange skeletal hands that have sort of reached out and are currently holding onto her wrists.
Alrighty. So, in that case, I'm going to be making my way towards the cart, so will you just tell me when I run out of difficult terrain?
Basically, it'll take you 10 feet. If you're moving towards the cart, so when you get to here, you'll have used 10 feet of your, 15 feet of your movement to get there.
Okay.
But now you are, once you get out here, it is literally, it feels like you've been walking through molasses, and then all of a sudden it's just eases up and you feel it much easier to move through.
Alright. I will move the rest of the 15 feet to about here. And then I'm going to use my action to attempt to cast Phantasmal Force on the dragon. Intelligence save of 16.
Okay. Here in just a second. You know what we're going to do real quick? Is where you guys have started to sort of wander around a little. We're going to bump this onto the token there so you guys can see the affected areas. You guys are starting to sort of move around and figure it out. So this is the section that is currently affected by whatever this dragon breathed out.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And you said an intelligence save.
Yes. I feel like it's probably pretty intelligent, but...
It is, but it doesn't have a bonus to it, so it's just its roll.
Like we have to get one of those intelligent dragons.
That's a 15.
Okay. Murdoch manifests with, she sort of like takes some of the surrounding dream energy and coalesces a large animated bear trap that snaps down on the muzzle of the dragon, holding its mouth closed.
Mm-hmm.
So that she does not believe that she can speak or use any more weird dragon breath.
Okay.
That is enough out of you. And then I'm going to turn over to Granny. I'm going to use my bonus action. She's going to say, Sarah, you are still in control here. Nobody else. It is your dream. But I want you to know, even here and out there, you are in control of your own narrative. And I'll give you bardic inspiration.
Oh, why, thank you, Murdoch. If I wasn't being held captive by an orb right now, this would be a tender moment.
Control the narrative! And I'll end my turn.
Okay. So, Sarah,
Yeah.
as we get to you in the initiative, the first thing you start to notice is you start hearing voices. And it's the same voice. You're hearing Albert again. Now calling out to you. Love, help me. I'm stuck here. I can't get out. Help me. I can't help myself. And your eyes, as you caught the orb and everything sort of glazed over for a moment, your eyes start to come back into focus. And you start to see something, but I also want you to go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy, which one of you dice are gonna mess me up?
You've got a D8 from
I
the
know.
bardic. And it's unfailing inspiration, so.
Oh, I'm gonna use that D8 because I rolled a 2.
I don't know if it's gonna.
But it's a
it's
2, I
interesting,
don't
so you
know
might
if
as
it's
well
going to
use
do
it.
much, but we'll see.
If it doesn't help you succeed, you get to keep it, so.
Okay, so 7 altogether.
Yeah, so unfortunately
Actually,
you are...
wait, you said wisdom or?
Wisdom, yes.
Oh, that's plus another 2, so what's 8 plus 2? 10.
Unfortunately, it is still not quite high enough. You do keep your bardic inspiration.
Okay.
But the voices you're hearing, that you're hearing Albert speaking to you. And it's strange, you're hearing it, it's like somebody is layering this over. It's like someone's got multiple recordings of them and they're playing them just slightly, a couple of seconds off from each other. And the noise is almost deafening. And as you sort of start turning and looking around, you see out of the ground, you start to see hands clawing their way up. As 6 Alberts dig their way out of the ground and turn towards you, and you can hear all of them calling out for your help.
I would like to throw the orb, if that's possible.
Unfortunately, with the failed wisdom save, it is not. You are still one and the same, holding each other.
Murdoch, are there? Tell me, are there more? Are there more?
Roll the narrative! It's not my turn.
And that will bring us to Furia at the top of initiative.
All right. As this guy is pulled out, you said he was just limp dead weight. Is he alive?
You could use your action to make a medicine check if you'd like. Right now he's
think
laying
I'll
on
do
the
that,
ground with Jericho sort of still like guiding him down safely, but
Yeah, I feel confident that I could tell if somebody's alive or dead.
okay, go ahead and make a medicine
I'll do
check
that.
for me.
15.
Okay, so you do take a couple of moments and you do check, and yes, you do feel breath in this individual. And I apologize. I just now realized, I glanced over at my screen and realized that my camera is all wonky. Give me just a second. Sorry, folks. 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 Give me just a second. Sorry, just gonna fix this real quick. Yeah, so as you're checking, he definitely does have breath. You are pretty sure you've able to discern a pulse.
Alright, I will use a bonus action to cast Healing Word on him.
Oh, okay.
And if he comes to, I'll sort of, shake him hard and call off the dragon. And that's pretty much my turn.
Okay, so as you cast it, you do get a slight start of, I won't say recognition, but you do get that reaction like this individual is hearing you, but is looking up and still has a very sort of, turns to look up at you and Jericho, and has this sort of very glazed look on their face.
Yeah, he get 5 points back.
Oh, okay.
Just for, yeah.
That is... And that will bring us back to the lair. So, as Fury is over taking care of this, all of a sudden, those of you who are still within that red square, that affected area of the dragon's breath, don't feel any change. The rest of you, so Furia, Hex, Murdoch, all of a sudden, you find your feet leaving the ground.
Oh.
As you now start to float weightlessly. And start drifting up into the air until you're eventually flying about, or rather hovering, about 10 feet off the ground. If you do not have a...
I kind of like it from up here.
If you do not have a flight speed or other means of flying, you are considered restrained until the next lair action. As you are now floating, and this strain, it's odd for the three of you as you're over there, and this sort of almost lifeless body just sort of floats up with you, just sort of reacting barely to as it's floating, just very haphazardly sort of looking around.
I don't very much like this thing.
I don't think anybody's home.
I don't like any of this. Doesn't make sense.
And that brings us back to the dragon. Thinks that they can't use their breath weapon. And all of a sudden, those of you who were restrained feel that sort of oppressive gravity dissipate. And as that effect dissipates, you all begin to float in the air. And then... let's see. So it doesn't think it can talk. It can't use its breath.
I love you, Matthew. I do. I do. Deep down in my heart, I do love you.
Okay, so this one is going to then... well, yeah, it's going to do the only thing it can do. And it is going to make a... ooh.
I don't like that.
He's like, I wouldn't have originally thought of that.
No, I would not have. It is going to sort of wind up and play baseball with Rose, who is sort of floating 10 feet in the air right in front of it.
So sorry,
I
honey.
thought that's what was gonna happen.
I'm so sorry. Barbarians, though, they love to be batted around.
Okay.
Toss me.
Toss.
17, is that going to hit?
Yes, that is gonna hit.
Okay. So with that, I'm really gonna turn the light on after this. Okay, so that is going to be 17 points of bludgeoning damage, halved to 8.
Okay. I think I'm no longer raging, right? Because I didn't attack anyone, or I tried to attack.
You tried to
That
attack,
counts?
so you would still be raging.
Okay. Okay.
And just because you failed epically doesn't enter into it.
Okay.
And you also just got attacked, so now you're also still raging.
And
Okay.
you are knocked, given you are floating 15 feet back. As this thing winds up and just slaps you with its tail and sends you floating.
So,
X is chuckling over there when he sees that happen.
single, first base.
Actually, let me real quick just so I don't.
Nice shot.
Who's on second?
Am I still in the air, or do I?
Yeah, you are still floating in the air.
Okay.
As it seems to
Wildly.
be gravity itself that is currently affected by this creature. I'll make sure I keep my orders right here on people. And okay, so that brings us over to this individual who can't move. Lydia, who is floating in the air. Rose, how are you looking?
Still really good. No problems.
Okay. Let's see what else Lydia's got here, if she can do anything to try to help Grandma out.
17 was before having it, correct? Or did you?
Correct. So 17 was before, so it would be halved to 6. I mean to 8.
Gotcha. Okay.
Half.
Yeah. All right. I just wanted to make sure I did that right.
Is it that double halved again for Rose, or?
It was bludgeoning, right?
It was right. It was bludgeoning, but it's straight bludgeoning damage. It wasn't a saving throw.
Oh,
Yeah.
So this was an
it's
attack.
just
So it's just have the 1s to 8.
also,
Okay.
Ink, we lost your camera.
Oh.
Oh yeah,
That's
weird.
strange.
It's yeah.
Hold on, I can fix that. I'm
Okay.
super good at everything I do.
We're all frozen on Twitch, but you know,
Again, Jesus, Mother of
that's-
Mercy. Okay,
that's super
okay, no.
cool.
Oh geez, I might have to use a backup camera.
Yes,
Try and-
I'm sorry, folks, for having another lovely moment with our.
It wouldn't be a Provo stream if we didn't have one technical difficulty.
Where?
Hmm.
Oh, okay, that's why
Dun-dun.
I just. Okay, so that's. Sorry, folks.
There we go.
There we go. There you are.
Okay, it's not.
I'm a wonderful video tech. It's called unplug absolutely everything and plug it back in, and then start swearing.
The
Works every
swears.
time.
The swears are where the real power lies.
Get a rubber ducky.
I would love to know why this makes me change the capture method at points.
What if OBS just decided to update right in the middle?
Don't speak the words into the ether.
Oh,
See,
okay.
if I say
So I
them
think we
like
got
I'm making a
everybody.
prediction, it will be true.
Okay. So Lydia, Sarah, how's Granny looking?
Health wise, like physical health, she's fine. Mentally, she's a wreck.
Okay. So I'm going to toss this to the party because I don't know whether or not Lydia would necessarily have this thought.
Okay.
Lydia has watched, I believe it was Artemis, cast Shatter to destroy the carriage.
Mm-hmm.
Lydia has Shatter prepared.
Okay.
Do you think she would try casting Shatter on the orb in
Yeah,
Granny's hands?
if it's holding
See-
Granny right now, I think she would.
I feel
think
like that's
she-
a Lydia thing to do.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think she would try to
not-
get it out of
Yeah.
Sarah's hands.
Okay.
Any means.
Yeah.
Well,
She told a grieving man to get better flowers for his dead
No,
spouse.
more flowers.
More flowers.
Not better
She gave-
flowers.
He gave him money and
They're
was like, "You
both
can get more
bad."
flowers."
I mean, it's still not the...
Okay, yeah.
So,
Yeah,
okay, if
either
the
way.
group's in agreement with it, then
Yeah, blow
Sarah is
grandma.
Lydia is going to try to explode Sarah. Well, the orb, but Sarah's within 10 feet of it. So, Sarah, I need you to make a con saving throw for me.
Oh, I'm not good at those. I'm even worse right now. Gonna
You
roll that
still haven't-
D8.
Yeah, you can use it
Yeah.
on whatever you
Oh,
want.
that's not helping at all. Plus, you said Constitution.
Yep.
Oh, that's not good. That's a 5 altogether.
Okay, unfortunately, you are correct. That is not
You still
good.
have the D8 then.
Yeah,
I
you
know!
still got it. So
I've been rolling like 4 different dice so far to try and figure out what's wrong. I think it's just me at this point.
Lydia is feeling very guilty right
Try
now.
your other hand.
Oh.
And
Roll your other
Lefty.
hand.
that is 22 points.
I'm sorry, but
778.
the idea of
The most damage done by a party member from a party member
To another
to a
party
party
So
member.
Granny's not doing too good.
the idea of like a grandma just like floating because of anti-gravity, just getting hit with it.
We all said she would do it.
As this, and Lydia aims is literally right at this orb that is currently on, and as it slams into the orb, you all hear this sort of sickening cracking sound as the orb spiderwebs and shatters.
Hey!
My glasses shatter, my bones shatter.
It's just like,
Now, let me just see here. So that is. Yeah, and she doesn't have any cantrips that can heal, so. That will end
No-
Lydia's turn and bring us over to Jericho, who is currently floating.
he looks over at the thing that shatters and he was like, I was just going to cast Dispel Magic, but I suppose that works too.
Ow.
He'll turn over to the other thing.
One other thing, there's a lot of other things.
God. Yeah, he's turning over to the dragon, I suppose, and he's just gonna like do a snap and just cast like 4th level magic missile, because why not?
Okay, go ahead and roll your damage then.
It's like, how many d4s is that? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm glad I have 6 d4s on hand.
And Art, you are on deck.
Okay. So, I'm
17.
17?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm restrained in the opposite Z axis.
Yep. Yeah, as you're
Anyway.
looking around now, so you were on the ground when everyone else started floating away. But then when at the start of the next thing, when the dragon lost that breath effect, everything else that happened in its lair, you just sort of floated up.
Yeah. That's cool. Okay. So I'm still restrained. I can't really make my way.
Yeah,
Just kind
you
of
can't
hanging out.
unless you've got a way of flying. If you have like the spell fly or anything like that, you could cast it on yourself and you'd be able to move.
Oh. Okay. not really having an exciting time here, so I'm going to how far away am I? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to kind of spin myself around as much as I can, kind of in the direction of this dragon, and here goes nothing. Going to try casting Vitriolic Sphere on the dragon?
Okay.
Huh,
Is
just
that,
a
is that an attack roll?
attack. Each creature in the area must make a dex saving.
Okay, so dexterity saving throw. Character sheet. Okay. Hey, at least this one has a +2. Okay, no, that's gonna make it. That's a nat 20. So that gives it a 25.
Okay. So it only takes 5d4 damage.
Okay.
Which I'm sad about, but 16
Okay.
acid damage.
Okay. It is starting to look a little more intently at you.
I thought so.
As it is, you are starting to mildly vex it. It would threaten you or respond, but it currently thinks it can't open its mouth.
Thank you, Murdoch.
Anything else that you'd be doing?
No, I don't have any means to move away.
Okay. So that will bring us over to Rose, who is now floating
Okay.
in the air.
I am going to bonus action to end my rage,
Okay.
and I had 4 javelins, so I have 3 left. I'm going to grab another javelin and attack recklessly
Okay.
and throw the javelin.
Okay. So go ahead
I
and
get advantage on a. Is this a? It's only strength checks, so I guess. Would that be a strength check?
no, because throwing a javelin's a dex roll.
Oh,
Now, if I may ask, why did you decide to end your rage? Anything in specific?
well, I guess I thought I had to drop rage if I was going to use reckless attack.
No, not at all.
I have to. Okay.
Yeah, so keep your rage. That's one of the barbarian's best features. You keep it up, and it helps you survive
Okay.
a little longer.
Gotcha.
When your DM helps you win.
When your DM doesn't want,
Yeah, you can rage and be reckless.
Okay, but I guess the reckless wouldn't even help in this case anyway. So
But
I'll just throw my second spear then.
okay, so go ahead and make your attack roll again. It is with disadvantage because you are still technically restrained as you're floating 10 feet up in the air.
So that's a 4, unfortunately.
So as you haul off and toss this, it just starts to float about 5 feet in front of you.
We gotta get you out of there.
Okay. So now that I've corrected my list, that'll bring us to Sarah. Ooh, Sarah, you have got your wits about you.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, Albert is floating behind you. Repeating.
And in front of me, and there's like 6 other ones, isn't there?
There's a total of 6 that clawed their way out of the ground, and then there's an unconscious. Well, sorry, he is now conscious, but seems to be almost comatose. Person wearing a very similar cloak that you haven't seen up close and personal yet, but is sort of floating over near the carriage, which is now also floating.
Oh boy.
Okay. I would like to kind of see if I can like swim through the air. Like a little closer to him, not right up against him, but just a little bit closer.
So the one behind you is literally within 5 feet. He's right beside you.
Oh, okay. Oh, another one. Okay. I would like to kind of poke it with the end of my crossbow.
Are you trying to attack it?
No, like wake him up. Like kind of just test the wires. Like, you awake?
Just keep saying, "Help me." It's almost like a recording on loop. It just keeps repeating the same words over to you.
How?
You'll have to wait and see what happens. They're on the initiative tracker now.
Oh boy.
Can I? I would like to. I'm like within range of the dragon. Would it?
Within range for what? You're a good distance away. If you're in Roll20, we have a map up and you are right here.
No, I see it. Am I within
45 feet?
within 30?
Nope.
Nope. Dang it. Okay.
45 away from the dragon at the moment.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna just have my crossbow ready and like aimed
Oh, okay.
it at the dragon just in case it gets closer.
You
or if
can make
anything
an
else
attack
feels
with
like-
disadvantage if you wanted to.
I will try making an attack with disadvantage. I've been very disadvantaged tonight according to my dice. Wow, I just roll 1 die, it'll probably be disadvantage. Oh! Let's crossbow. My disadvantage was 11. Plus
Okay.
5 plus 3, 19.
Okay, actually. That is going to hit. So go ahead and roll your
Thank
damage.
you, Murdoch! Don't dab.
He's floating and she's just.
Okay.
I learned this from the youth!
So 1d. I need that d6 back. Okay. So 6 damage.
Okay.
It's not a lot, but something.
Okay, and that'll bring us over to Murdoch then.
It's like a mosquito bite.
Alrighty. So since the phantasmal force is still up at the start of my turn, it tightens, grips its teeth in a little bit more, and I can deal a d6 of psychic damage for free, which I will. 6!
Damn. Not bad.
Is it Chompa Chompas? For my action, I'm going to double check how far I can do this. 30. Okay. I am floating and cannot move, right? Or did the lair action change? Sorry.
Not as of yet. You are the end of the round. It'll happen after Furia's next turn.
Alrighty then. I will not do that this turn. In that case, I shall cast a level 4. Do I want to try it? I'll cast a 4th level Dissonant Whispers on the dragon. And I will debuff her with my, I almost said cutting words, with my Unsettling Words feature to give her a negative D8 to the wisdom save.
Okay, go ahead and roll the D8.
6. A negative 6.
Okay. Let's see here. Negative 6, and you said this is a wisdom save?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that is literally a 1.
All right. So I'm gonna add on 66 psychic. I rolled 3 1s, unfortunately. So with a 4th level spell, that is 12 more psychic damage. You hate to see it. It was 1 2 1 4 3 1. That's my everything.
Okay, so that'll bring us back to the top of the order and Furia.
Oh, actually, wait, sorry. She does actually still have to move. My bad, it's Dissonant Whispers. Has to use her...
Available to move as far as the speed allows away.
away from me.
So let me check here. Okay. Oh, as far as its movement will allow.
Yes, sorry. I was thinking she would actually fail and it would just be for damage.
So I'm going to move her as far as we can on here.
On this map, but she's even further away.
Yeah, she actually can... this dragon can fly 80 feet.
Okay, well...
So it is... Basically, it's about another 30 feet away.
All right. Well, while she's over there trying to figure out what's going on with her life, why don't we figure out what's going on with all the Alberts? And I'll end my turn.
Okay, so that'll bring us to Furia.
Darn it, Murdoch, I was gonna do something and now I can't.
Sometimes I forget how potent my magic is. Also, I'm floating, so I apologize.
I'm going to once again poke the floating person beside me. Are they still sort of out of it and glazed?
Yeah, they still... You can tell they're... I don't know the best way to phrase it. The lights are on, like their eyes are open, they're looking around, but there's no real like recognition or it's like almost like a newborn just sort of looking around the world for the first time, but isn't really reacting to anything.
It's like nobody's home anymore. All right, that's a waste of time at the moment. But maybe we can make believe our way out of here.
Roll an arrow.
Well, I awfully wish that dragon thing isn't here anymore. I don't know how to do that, though. I'm going to turn around and close my eyes and pretend it's not behind me.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Alrighty then.
Our minds are powerful.
So that will bring us to the lair action. So all of you within the area, everyone falls 10 feet to the ground as the lair action stops. And you all take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit the ground.
That's...
I'm really not doing good, Scoob.
Bro.
Okay, Phantasmal Force doesn't go down from falling on my bum.
Yeah, you see when Hex falls, instead of hitting the ground, a little like soft cushioned chair sort of like appears under him and for half a second as his arcane ward takes the damage instead.
Oh, isn't that just wonderful for you?
It's kind of cute.
Okay, let me see. Lydia. Gotta mark Lydia down. Okay. And then, as that lair action has ended, as you watch above that main area where Rose and Artemis and Sarah and Lydia are still floating, a massive sphere appears.
Oh, lovely.
So
We're
much
going
going
to.
on.
This is,
I'm not looking. You're not real.
La 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 la.
15. Come on. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Oh, well, close enough. Okay. And this appears right over the group of the three of you. It's actually, is it going to get Lydia? No, even if I fix the shape of it. It's still just sort of barely outside of it. I need all three, so Artemis, Rose, and Sarah, to make Constitution saving throws for me.
Okay. An unnatural one.
Oh no! Odd save? I got 17.
Oh,
Got a 23.
Okay, so Art and Rose, as this sphere starts to coalesce, you both start to feel the strange sensations. You can feel everything around you being pulled away. And the two of you manage to sort of take one last gasp to fill your lungs.
Oh.
You are now holding your breath.
Ugh.
Sarah, you missed it.
I
You
missed.
are starting to suffocate immediately.
Well, everybody, it's been nice knowing you. It's been
So
a
it's
great.
so it does not immediately it's not an immediate death. But you are rapidly what's the exact
It's like pillow over the face. Like
basically, yeah, you can't speak, you're running out of air. If you don't get out of this area quickly, you're gonna
Is the Albert behind me part of this, or is he an apparition?
you're not sure. He's outside of that area of darkness that just enveloped you.
Okay, that was my main question. If he was.
Okay. That is going to end the lair action and bring us back to the dragon, who is very upset at this point at somebody. So is going to use their movement to fly back the 80 feet back to where they were. Can't get... actually, no, it's only 5 feet reach. I don't think they can... Doesn't think they can talk.
I didn't think that she had anything nice to say anyway.
Yeah, as she flies over...
Dragon is she?
You watch as the dragon vanishes. And then immediately appears right next to you, Murdoch. Unfortunately, that is going to end its turn.
Oh!
And that brings us over to this individual. Who, let's see, is...
Oh, that's really close.
Okay. Sarah, does a 12 hit you?
It does not.
Okay. So you are all set. That will bring us over to Lydia, who cannot see you anymore, as you are in this strange sort of black sphere. But she did see that you were pretty well wrecked a few minutes ago. So, we're gonna, actually, you know what? I will have Roll20 roll this for us, for her survival check. She is gonna try to wander into that, steal herself, take a breath, and try to wander in there to find Sarah.
I'm so glad I'm gonna have full HP when I suffocate to death.
Okay, she rolled a nat 20 on wandering in there.
Oh my god.
So she actually wanders into that darkness a little bit and is able to find you. And is going to... and she's going to heal you, and she's going to do it at... No, she doesn't have a 4th level according to her sheet. She's going to do it at 3rd level, so that is 3d8. So that is... Oh, that disappeared. Yeah, that's not bad. It's 10, 14... that is 18. You get 18 health back. And
That's
then... Yeah. She cast it at 3rd level, which is 3d8 plus 4. So it is 18 in total.
Yeah, I said that. That's good.
Oh, I thought you said that's it. And she is going to step back out next to this Albert.
Why is she pulling out?
She used her action to heal you. She doesn't have a second action, so she's just stepping back out.
She could pull me out. Lydia, please, Lydia!
Nope.
There's something as, oh my god, she's bleeding to death. Heal her.
Or heal her so she could suffocate.
Realistically, she wasn't in the area. She doesn't know that's what's going on.
I know.
And that brings us to Jericho. Somebody popped over to say hello.
Mm-hmm. Can I try to...
I've got the track. I think.
Can I try to dispel magic the whole black hole thing going over there?
You can certainly
Or is
try.
that
Go
not
ahead.
possible?
So what level would you be casting Dispel Magic at?
Just gonna be safe and just cast it at 3rd, and if that doesn't work, he might try a higher one later.
Go ahead and, as you cast it, I'll say go ahead and make an Arcana check for me.
Okay.
Or I shouldn't say Arcana. Roll your spellcasting modifier. So D20 plus your whatever your spellcasting is.
24 then.
So yes, you managed to dispel it, as it's
Yeah,
it's not a normal spell. So having you roll for it.
Mm-hmm. So it basically, like these geometric shapes and patterns and stuff go around it. Like he holds his hand and it like goes around it in like a cage basically. And he just closes his hand and it like compresses it into a small moat and disappears. And he kind of goes, "That's enough of that. I don't like it here right now. Murdoch,
Using the power of imagination. Working.
I'm using normal magic, not the power of imagination. That seems a little bit.
That's a quote.
end his turn. That's his action.
Okay. So that'll bring us to Artemis. The dark sphere that had enveloped you is gone. And the dragon that had been running away is now in front of Murdoch, up by the carriage.
Come on, really? Okay. Okay, I'll try something else then. I don't have slot for I'll cast a 3rd level shatter. This is the dragon.
Okay. So that is a dexterity save, right? Or is it a shatter? No.
Con save.
Yeah, shatter's gone. Let's see here. Ooh, I don't think that's gonna. No, oh wait, it might. Yeah, that'll do it. That is an 18.
God, give me that false hope. Okay, yeah.
It's a 6 on the die. I didn't. Forgot this thing has a plus 12 to its con saves.
Okay. So
So I think a made save it takes half damage. I think.
yeah. So it would be 4 at 3rd level, I think, and so it's 2? Or 4d8 and half to 2.
No, so roll the 4d8 and then have the damage.
Do you need more dice?
Because realistically, if you roll 2 dice, you may only roll 2 damage. But if you roll 4 dice, what are the odds of rolling 4 ones? You know.
Mm-hmm.
For me, highly likely. Okay. Nine.
Okay, so 9 halved is 4.
Oh, well, no, 9 is halved, sorry.
Oh, so you rolled 18. Oh, see?
Yes.
Okay. It is definitely starting to look a little rough around the edges. You can start to see there's little spots where it's starting to bleed. You can see some small tears appearing in the, what you would expect to be like the leather of the wing. It's a strange sort of thing as you're looking at it. It almost looks like you're staring into the void.
Ugh. Ugh.
Anything else you'd be doing?
Yeah, I'm probably going to, just, like, go over to Sarah, just to kind of be like, hey, how you doing? I'm gonna help you out, just, like, a bit.
Oh, okay. You start heading over that way. So that is actually going to bring us over to a couple of other people who are actually getting the chance to move for the first time because of the lair actions. So that brings us, okay, that is, okay, 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, so as 2 of the Alberts start moving towards Murdoch and Rose, as they come sort of stumbling towards the 2 of you, you can start to hear that sort of same thing. You need to help, 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 that Sarah has been hearing. And then they both wind up and take a swing. First coming at Rose. Does a 17 hit you?
Yes.
Okay, and then Murdoch, does a 15 hit you?
Yes.
Okay, so Rose, you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage, and Murdoch, you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm also resistant to bludgeoning because of the ring.
Oh,
So do I also take
yep. So
3?
you would have. Yep.
Okay.
Yes, because this is not magical damage. This is Albert just sort of coming, running up, and then just. Albert's feeling feisty.
And Phantasmal Force is still out.
Okay. And actually, at this point, before we jump over to Rose, because it's already 9:39, this is where we're going to take our break this evening, as we're sort of right in the middle of the initiatives. We'll be back in just a few moments. So we top off our
So
drinks,
fast.
take care of some things. We'll be back soon, so don't go anywhere, folks, as we figure out what is going on inside Granny's head. Be back soon. Welcome back, everyone, as we jump right back in. Our party is currently fighting a massive dragon inside a nightmare. So, Rose, that brings us to you. You are
Okay.
finally finding yourself able to move.
Okay, so I think I have 35 movement. I think that'll take me like right next to the dragon.
That'll get you
Just
right
about.
next to it.
Okay, yeah, so I will run towards the dragon and attack recklessly with my battle axe.
Okay. So go ahead and give us your attack.
So 23, and that's my first roll. I figured that hopefully that's good enough.
Okay, go ahead
do
and roll
have
your
advantage
second one in case you crit.
Ooh, 19. 27 hit.
Okay, so that'll hit. So go ahead and roll your damage.
That is 8 slashing damage.
Okay. Anything else you're doing?
And, I have 2 attacks, so I'm going to swing again.
Okay.
It's a 16 to hit.
Okay, that one is going to miss. And as you swing, let me just take a look here. Now, as you swing, you watch as it sort of flails out its arm towards you. And you watch as you're swinging down your axe. And as you're swinging down at the dragon, you see Murdoch appear in front of you as your axe is coming down for a second. Murdoch, does a 17 hit you?
Yeah.
Rose, go ahead and roll your damage for me.
Oh no.
As this dragon has apparently been able to pull Murdoch over to function as a shield
Oh no.
and take the attack you intended for it.
That is 11.
There's 11 slashing damage to Murdoch from...
Oh, okay. Let me make another save. Come on, girl, beat a 10. I rolled a 10, so that's 12. So you're
Okay.
still muzzled. Ow! Oh!
Ah, Murdoch, sorry.
Ah! Oh, that stings. Oh, you've got a good arm. Oh!
Sorry.
Opened up an old wound on the neck there.
Okay, anything else you'd be doing, Rose?
Think that's it. I will end my turn right there.
Okay, so that brings us over to one of these individuals who's going to step forward towards Jericho. And as he steps forward, is going to take a punch at Jericho. And miss wildly, as that is a 2 on the die. Okay, that brings us over to number 3. Who is, can you get all the way up? You can make it up to Sarah. So this Albert is running up behind Sarah and is going to take a punch at the side of Sarah's head. And that's a 19 to hit.
That hits.
So that is going to be... you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage
Okay.
as one of the Alberts has run up behind you and popped you in the back of the head. And that brings us to number 5, who's going to run over to Lydia and do the same thing. And that's a 3 on the die. Okay, so that is going to end them and bring us over to Sarah. Sarah, Albert just ran up and punched you in the back of the head. Then another Albert tried to punch Lydia in the head and didn't work out so well.
Oh, I am just getting sick of this. Oh. Either tell me how to help, otherwise I'm done with this. And I'm gonna point my crossbow and shoot the Albert that just hit me.
Okay, so go ahead and make your attack roll. It is at disadvantage because you're making a ranged attack at point blank range.
Okay. Okay, so I rolled a 20 and 19.
Okay, yeah, so that's gonna hit. So go ahead and roll your damage.
What's the damage for the crossbow again? You'd think I would remember this. It's a d6. That is 7 altogether.
Okay. So as this Albert has a crossbow bolt stuck into him, he is still looking at you. Love, you need to help us. You need to help me. Just continually repeating the same. Doesn't even seem to react to the crossbow bolt. But you can tell it definitely had an effect as it stumbled back, but just doesn't... No vocal or, like, emotional response that you can tell.
Are you able to hit him again?
No, I don't think you have second attack at this point. Second attack. Yeah, and you don't have an ally within
No.
5 feet of that one, so... Okay, so that'll bring us to our next prison. That'll bring us over to Murdoch.
All right, then.
Currently getting a little bit surrounded up there.
Getting a little bit surrounded. This is true. I take a look over at Boss. I give him a little nod because I trust him. I am going to use my bonus action to use Unsettling Words again on the dragon. So give her my negative d8. But I'm not going to cast a spell on her. So the next spell that requires her to make a saving throw... or actually, it might just be any saving throw. Let me make sure. Do. One creature. The next saving throw it makes. Doesn't have to be from a spell from me. It'll get a -3. I'll keep that die to the side. And what I will do with my action, so that I don't mess up Furia again, is I will hold another 4th level Dissonant Whispers. And I will release the spell if the dragon... When the dragon next goes to try and make an attack. And I'll just stand there. I'll stay there. And I'll end my turn.
So that'll bring us over to Furia. I don't know how my mic muted itself.
Yeah, I'm going to move away and over a little bit, hoping this dead-ish person doesn't swing at me.
Oh, okay.
I'm just over there. And then I'm going to cast Blight on the dragon. So it has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. It's got a -3 to it.
It has to beat a 50.
Oh, yeah, it's got it. It's a 28 before the -3, so it's a 25.
Oh, yikes. Alright, so it will take 22 points of necrotic damage.
Ooh. Okay.
I'm assuming it's not a plant.
Nope.
Yeah, okay. Just gotta be sure. And then I'm going to move a little bit further away still.
Okay. And that ends the turn?
That is my turn.
Okay, so then... Yeah, it really did not like that. So it is going to look at, as the lair actions go to hit, it's going to look down over at you, and it is actually going to, basically looking down at you and Murdoch. You both seem to get pulled into this space together as you both are now shoved into that same space. And then find yourselves being forced away. I need both of you to go ahead and make a strength saving throw for me.
Seven.
Okay, so that
Nat
fails.
20.
Oh, okay, so Murdoch fails and Fury succeeds. So Murdoch, you are going to take 11 bludgeoning damage and you are knocked prone. Furia, you take 5 bludgeoning damage and you are not knocked prone.
Alright.
And then that ends our lair action and brings us over to the dragon itself.
I quickly forgot to mention something.
Sure.
Just my D6 that I get for Phantasmal Force staying up.
Oh, yep.
It was another 6.
Okay.
And it didn't go down from that force, so it should still be okay.
Oh, okay. So the dragon, seeing you collapsed on the ground in front of it, unfortunately still cannot bite because it thinks it can't open its mouth, but is going to reach down and make its attack at you. So I know you said you were holding it for when this thing goes to attack.
I was holding the other 4th level Dissonant Whispers, and has it made a save since then? I don't think so.
It did. It made a con
did.
save for
Yes.
Furious spell.
So another Wisdom save, 16.
Okay, let's see here. That is a 21, so it is going to save.
It is going to save.
Yep.
I'll have the damage. So 17, so have to another 8 psychic damage.
Okay. And that means it is not, it isn't running away, correct?
It does not run away. So yeah, I was
Okay.
hoping I could make it run away.
Okay, so it is going to reach out and it is going to make 2 attacks down at you with its claws.
Okay.
And it does have advantage where you are prone at the moment.
Yep.
So,
I don't have very high AC anyway.
Let's see.
So, yeah, that is a 21 on the first attack. And
I'm going to use my reaction to do projected ward. So my ward will take the damage instead of Murdoch.
Oh, okay. And the second one is an 18. So I think both of those are going to hit.
Both are gonna hit.
So let's see, that is... Okay, so the first attack is 14 points of slashing damage and 6 points of cold damage.
Okay, so 20 total. How much does the ward take?
20. So Murdoch takes none of the first hit.
Okay, and then the second one is 17 points of slashing damage and 4 points of cold damage, so a total of 21.
The ward will go down, so Murdoch will take 10 points of slashing and 4 points of cold.
Okay. Awesome. That saved my life. And I rolled an 8 plus 2 for the con save, so it's still on! You still muzzle!
Okay, and then that will end its go. And that will bring us over to our Alberts. And this one that has been behind Sarah this whole time is finally got a chance to move as it can see Sarah now. It's going to take a swing at the back of Sarah's head. And that is a 13 to hit.
It does not.
Okay. And that will bring us over to Lydia. Let me see what Lydia's got in terms of how are people looking? Anybody really messed up?
19 of 62.
Murdoch's looking pretty rough. That's
The shield helped me out a
I'm
lot.
I'm doing all right.
I'm still doing pretty good too.
The one
Okay.
question: the Albert that was behind me was the one that was like comatose, right?
No, that was the one that was pulled out of the flaming carriage.
Yeah. The comatose one was
Ah.
in the carriage. All of these guys were made like from the orb.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got, she's got Healing Word that's at range, and Murdoch's looking up. Let's see if she's close enough. Oop, not that, I want my ruler here. That's within range. So she will go ahead and fire off a 3rd level Healing Word. She can do that at range to try to help Murdoch out.
Appreciate it.
Okay, hey, that's not bad. 4, 3, and a 3. Okay, so that is 10, 14 points of healing you get back.
14.
Yep. And then
Thank you.
she,
That basically undid that hit.
let's see, we won't burn all her spells. That's, what does she have on her? She's got a Warhammer. She's just going to take a swing at the Albert that came up and tried to punch her. That is, actually, that'll hit. So that is 12 points of damage to that one. Okay, and that ends Lydia's go and brings us to Jericho.
I am going to basically he just kind of like takes his finger out and he pokes the Albert that's like right in front of him, and then this massive like zap of electricity is going to come out of his fingertip. He's gonna cast Chain Lightning. So he's gonna hit the Albert in front of him, the Albert in front of Murdoch, and the dragon.
Oh, okay.
So they all need to make dexterity saving throws.
I don't even think there's a point in making them for the Alberts, but I will anyway. Okay, so one of them is a 17, one is a -1.
Both fail.
The dragon, on the other hand,
That's nasty.
is a 24.
Okay, that passes. So both Alberts will take 47 lightning damage, and the dragon will take. Let me get my calculator. I feel so powerful.
So 47
The-
halved would be 23.
Yeah, 23.
Okay, so the 2 Alberts just immediately just ash sinking to the ground.
Oh, perfect. And he is going to use his movement to just sort of. You have fun over there.
What?
As you start to run away, the dragon is going to use its reaction to actually take a swipe at you as you are in range of its tail.
Okay.
So as you go taking off from it, that is a 17 to hit.
Does not hit. Mage armor.
Okay. So as Jericho is running away, that'll bring us over to Artemis.
Okay, Let's see. 2, 3. There's a bunch of Alberts over here.
All right, there's 4 of them. 3 are
Yeah.
currently huddled around. There's another one that seems to be charging towards you.
Cool. Well, just going to deal with the ones that are in front, right around everybody else. Okay. They're going to cast 3rd level Burning Hands,
Oh, okay.
kind of out to the right, and for some flavor, like it starts out as like a blue kind of flame and spreads down kind of like a fishing net, and then goes forward. What am I doing for this? It's a dex save.
Oh, okay. And it is a 15-foot cone, if I remember Burning Hands, right?
Yes, it is.
So which 2 are you going to hit? Because you won't be able to get all 3 of them. It's basically a 15-foot is 3 boxes.
I'll get the top.
So you could hit
the one-
like these 2 would be 15 feet.
I'll get the one above Sarah and to the side of Sarah.
Oh, okay. And
not
yeah,
Sarah.
evocation because you can. That's right, you can shape it.
Yes.
Okay, so it has a dex save from both of them.
Don't worry, I got you, Granny.
Okay. So that is a 13 and a 10.
Haha! Nope. That's do it. Gotta.
Okay.
So let's see. 3, 6. Well, actually, mine. That is 4 because it's 3rd level. 13.
Okay. So let's see here. Okay, so as you watch as this comes out and Sarah, the one behind you, you can just see the flames are starting to lick up and just envelop this cloak that he's wearing. The one just to the north of you, to your side, collapses to the ground. Just the flames covering the body, and then ever so slowly pulls himself back up.
Drunk.
And is now looking over at Art. Anything else you'd be doing, Art?
No.
Okay.
I want to stay where.
So that will bring us over to this individual who is going to finish charging towards you, Art, and is going to take a swing at you. And I don't. No, that's only a 7. I don't think that's going to do it.
That would suck. No, I'm good.
Okay, and that will bring us over to Rose.
Okay. I guess it's been a minute by this point, right?
No.
No? Okay.
No, what's this? I think this is probably the 4th round, maybe?
Okay. Yeah, so I'm still raging, and I'm just going to recklessly attack the dragon again with my battle axe.
Okay.
It's a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
So 9 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Okay, and I will swing a second time. 13 to hit.
Okay, 13 is going to miss.
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Okay. Then at the end of your turn, that brings us to these two Alberts over here. So one is going to take a swing at Sarah again, and the other one at Lydia. So first one at Sarah. That is an 11.
Not a hit.
Oh, and the one against Lydia is going to hit. That's a 19 on the die. Okay. So Lydia is going to take 5 points of bludgeoning damage. So Lydia is starting to look a little rough herself. And then that will bring us over to Sarah.
Okay, so there's one left in front of me, or there are two now?
No, there's two. One of them you saw collapse to the ground, completely engulfed in flames, and then has just stood itself back up. The other
Okay.
one behind you got pretty burnt, but is still seems to be doing okay.
I would like to ask, am I allowed to dual wield, or is the crossbow two-hand?
So you could dual wield like bladed weapons. The
Okay.
light crossbow is a two-handed. There are hand crossbows that you could purchase. That would be a single-handed weapon.
Okay, that's something for when we get out of the dreamscape. I would like to shoot the one in front of me.
Which one? The one that collapsed or the one that did not collapse?
The one that did.
Oh, okay, so go ahead and make your attack roll. Again, it is at point blank range, so you will be at disadvantage.
Okay, so plus. Okay, so 15 altogether.
So that'll hit. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. That's only gonna be oh, wait, no, plus 3, 5.
Okay. So as you fire in, and the crossbow bolt embeds itself right between the eyes, it falls to the ground.
Stay down.
And then it slowly starts to pull itself back up.
Oh, you
Stands
gotta
up
be
and throws it.
kidding me!
Are you staying where you are? Or are you gonna...
Let's think on that really quick. I'm gonna stay where I am, but am I able to ready another bolt?
Yeah, the crossbow doesn't have the reload property, I don't believe. So yeah, it'll just be
Okay.
ready for you on your next round. So
I
it'll-
would like to, ready it for if they trying funny business.
So that'll bring us over to Murdoch then. You are muted.
Muted.
We're gonna try this one more time. We're gonna do one more unsettling words on the dragon.
Okay.
Give her a -5 this time. And we're gonna cast a 3rd level Dissonant Whispers. Wisdom save. -5, beating a 16.
Okay, so 16 on the die. I think it's got you by 1. Wisdom save. So that's a 22 -5 is a 17.
Okay. Sometimes I wish I could roll higher. Alright. Half damage. A lot of ones. 18 have to 9 psychic
Okay.
damage. And then an extra d6 psychic damage from Phantasmal Force is going to be 2, so 11 total.
Okay, this thing is really starting to look rough.
And I just stand there and hold my hand out to my boss.
Okay.
And my turn.
So that'll bring us over to Furia then.
Hey Murdoch, how do you feel about becoming a giant ape?
I would love to be anyone else but me right now.
Giant ape. I'm polymorphing Murdoch into a giant ape.
I will go get the stats for a giant ape.
Okay.
Never mind. Now there's a giant ape hand holding out to my boss.
He pulls his hand away.
You do maintain concentration on anything that you have going on. Your
Awesome.
con is now +4.
And I have 157 HP! Monkey smash.
Why can't we all be giant apes?
We can.
Well, if you ask nicely.
I like to believe that she's actually. You guys know in the remakes of War of the Planet of the Apes, the giant orangutan?
Yeah.
I like to imagine a little bit more like that with the nice sort of orangish reddish fur.
Voiced by Christopher Walken.
Yeah!
So we're just gonna pop Murdoch's token up a little larger because
She is now a giant ape.
I'm now a giant ape.
Murdoch got hairy.
I love this kaiju belt.
Normally I'm scaly, but now I'm hairy.
Okay, anything else you'd be doing, Furia?
I should, but I don't know if I can. Or if I can even find the stat block for it.
What you thinking?
Yeah, I don't know if I should make myself an animal too. That's the question. I think I'm going to stay as I am.
Okay.
And I backed up another 5 feet or so, and that is my turn.
Okay, so that brings us back to the lair. So it is so it is going to once more basically remove gravity from the area. So all of you begin to float once more 10 feet in the air. And you are considered restrained
not
if you
again.
don't have a flight speed.
Very bothersome.
So that will end the lair action, bringing us over to the dragon itself. Who still cannot bite, is got this annoying little thing hacking at its leg next to it, but now has a giant ape in front of it as well. So it is going to hit. It still can't bite. Yeah, it is going to make 2 attacks: 1 claw at the giant ape and 1 claw at the halfling. So coming at the giant ape first, and that is a 26 hit, so that's going to hit. And that is 15 points of slashing damage and 3 points of cold damage. So a
18
total of 18 total.
Nope, not 180 D&D Beyond. Oh wait, do I? Okay. I was about to ask, do I make my concentration check with the ape? But you said yes. But I rolled a 15, so we're good at it.
Okay. And then, Rose, I believe you were attacking recklessly last time, right?
Yes, I was.
Okay, so that's advantage on you. Oh, well, you're restrained anyway, so it would be it. Oh, that's...
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, let me just
Is
make
it
sure that
double?
doesn't crit
Yeah.
against the giant ape. Okay, no, it doesn't. Okay, so that's going to be a 27 to hit Rose. Okay, so that is 12 points of slashing damage, half to 6, and 2 points of cold damage. You're a bear barb, right?
Yes.
Yes, that's half to 1.
Okay. So that was 7 total?
Yep.
No, it was 3 and... Okay.
And then that will end its go and bring us to this individual behind Sarah, who has disadvantage on their attack rolls due to being restrained, but advantage because she's restrained, so it's a straight roll. That is a 15 to hit you, Sarah.
That just makes it.
Okay, so the Albert behind you punches you in the back of the head for 7 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, now I'm mad.
And that will bring us over to Lydia, who just saw that happen. Does she have anything that can sort of hit everyone around her? Let's see. It's originating from... One-third. How is Sarah looking?
I am 16 out of 35, so like.
Okay, so
Oh.
you're a little rough, but not too
Yay.
horrible. You know what she's gonna do? She doesn't have it. Huh. Oh yeah, she does. It's a second level spell, I guess. Okay, she is going to cast Spiritual Weapon as a bonus action next to the one that keeps collapsing on the other side of you. And that will make an attack against it immediately, and unfortunately miss. And then she will use her Warhammer to swing at the one just beneath her. And that one will hit. And that is... Okay, that is 6 points of bludgeoning damage to that one. Okay. And that one collapses to the ground beneath her. And much like what happened prior, it slowly starts to pull itself back up. And that brings us to Hex.
Okay. I'm going to move down 5 and then over 5, so I'm moving 10 feet. Need to check this one more time. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm gonna cast Steel Wind Strike. Basically on every enemy on the screen. So he kind of just like it's like he opens a portal basically, and he just like takes his staff and just shoves it down into the floor, and it will pop out like near all of his enemies and try to hit them. So I need to make attacks at everyone. I think it's at disadvantage because we're still floating, right?
Yeah, you are still restrained, but so is everybody except for the dragon. So
Okay,
it's straight
so
rolls against
straight rolls against.
everyone. The dragon you do have disadvantage on.
Okay, so I'll do the straight rolls first.
Oh, okay.
20, dirty 20 to hit.
Yep.
15,
Yep.
18,
Yep.
23,
Yep.
and against the dragon, Uh,
And that's the one you have disadvantage on.
yeah, dirty 20
Oh, okay.
because
So-
I have a +10 to hit.
Okay, so as you go through and start attacking these, I'm going to have you roll the... the damage is going to be the same on... I'll have you roll your damage once. You do, as you're sort of casting this and you're reaching out and this is happening, you watch as you see the dragon make a gesture with its hands.
Mm-hmm.
And you watch as the giant ape is pulled in front of your strike.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll your 6d10.
Yep.
And I know the 20 will hit a giant ape. I think their AC is only like a 12 or a 13.
Yeah, it's 12.
23 damage for everybody.
Okay. So I need a 23 damage to Murdoch. I need a concentration check for that, as
Okay, I have to
I now have to make a couple of
beat an
rolls.
11, and I have a con +4. So I'll just add 2 to my con save, because I have +2. I get just at 11, which is what I need.
Okay.
I rolled a 7 + 4. Thank you, Giant 8.
Okay. And what was the damage you said was 23?
23.
Okay.
Who knew you could concentrate better as a Giant 8 than as a lady?
They're just so chill.
I'm so zen.
Okay. So that wipes out the majority of the Alberts have collapsed and seem to be staying down.
And he tries to, like, while floating, he tries to, like, readjust his coat.
Okay, and we'll just stick.
It's my turn.
Okay. And that hammer is Lydia's spiritual weapon. That brings us over to Artemis. Actually, I'll stick it on the other side. So Artemis, you are currently floating in the air. Again.
Yep. Well.
So, can I tell anything about this one that just keeps getting back up? Is it like horrible looking? Do I think like it? Do I feel like it should have expired by now?
Go ahead and make an, we'll call this either an intelligence check or an arcana check.
11?
Hard to say. You would have expected it to have stayed down when you saw Sarah put a crossbow bolt basically between its eyes. But you also know that Murdoch said that that she believes you guys are in a dream.
Yeah.
So it's dreams are odd places. It could be anything.
I'll fire off a 3rd level magic missile at the dragon.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that up for us.
Thing. $14.
Okay. So I see small bolts pepper into it again, and once more you can see these small holes that have been in the sort of fabric of its wings are starting to get wider. You can see more blood is starting to leak out of the various little punctures it has in its body.
Oh, you stupid thing!
It's definitely looking pretty rough at the moment, but it's still on its feet. Still angrily staring at this giant ape. It's not stupid and it knows that's the thing that certainly has it muzzled.
That's all.
Hmm?
That's all I'm.
Okay. So that will bring, let me see, oh, that one's dead. Okay, so that is going to bring us to, Rose, currently floating in front of the dragon.
Okay, and so I can still attack, correct? I just can't move.
Correct. You can still attack. You do have disadvantage on your attack rolls because you are considered restrained.
Okay, and yes, so I will. If I attack recklessly, so that would give me advantage. Would that make it?
It's
would that
just a
make
straight
it
roll.
Just a
at that
straight
point.
roll.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, and am I like at where am I at like at eye level with the dragon or? Where
Probably about
exactly?
like shoulder height. This is a
Okay.
large beast, and you're only floating about 10 feet up.
Okay. So I don't know if it can hear me or understand me, but look up at it, and haha, your magic can't stop me this time. I will swing my axe at it.
Okay.
22.
22 will hit.
Hit. 13. Oh, and I'm still raging, so 15 slashing
okay.
damage.
And then your second attack.
Okay. 14 to hit.
That one is, as you carve into it once, as you reach out, it just takes its tongue and just pushes the axe back from you. As you swing and you do a little bit of you swing down like this, and it just takes its tongue and just knocks the axe up, and you sort of roll backwards and right yourself looking at it. As you can see the deep gash where you just cut into its arm a moment ago. Anything else you'd be doing?
No, that's about all I can do at this point, so.
Okay. So that brings us, let's double check which one of these. That one is still alive, so
We lost Jericho.
the Albert right above Sarah is going to try to haul off and punch Sarah in the head again. And that's a nat 20.
Am I able to release the hold I had, or?
Well, no, because you put another bolt in, but you don't have a second attack to ready. So
Okay.
you're just basically prepared for your next round.
Okay.
Okay, that's pretty good. So that is 9 points of bludgeoning damage. As you're looking at this, and he has just hauled off and punched you in the jaw.
I'm at 7 HP.
And that will end Albert's go and bring us over to you.
Oh, I want you out of my head right now. That goes for you and you. I'm gonna like point towards the dragon. And I am going to I'm gonna put another bolt into the one that keeps getting up, and I'm gonna say, I want you to stay down.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll. This will just be a straight roll because you had disadvantage and it's restrained, so
Okay.
this is actually a better attack for you.
That's a nat 20.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your damage.
That's a 6 plus 3. That's a 9.
And you did roll double the dice.
Oh, no, I didn't roll double the dice. For the damage?
Yeah, so you nat 20, so if it's 1d6, you roll 2d6.
Okay, so in
So it was 9, what'd you roll on the second die?
3, so
Okay, so
12.
it's a total of 12. So as you fire off, and again, this time the bolt sinks into the right eye.
Mhm.
And the body sort of, again, just falls limp for a moment. And then starts trying to fight to right itself again as much as it can, floating in the air. And it is...
Am I able? Am I able to take like a dagger out and just like have that ready?
Yes, well, again, you can pull the dagger out for your next turn.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yep, yeah, easy enough. So, stow the crossbow and get a dagger ready for you for the next round. And that brings us to Magilla. If that's too old for people, we can go Grape Ape.
It's okay. I've been doing
Grape
Grape
Ape.
Ape, but McGill Gorilla works too. We have to have the discussion of is Grape Ape a kaiju though, so.
I think Grape Ape would like to use a multi-attack and punch a dragon in the face.
Okay.
It's +9 to hit. So I'm gonna just roll. First one is a natural 1. You hate to see it.
So, unfortunately, that one's going to miss.
Physical dice, go! Rolled off the table. Other physical dice, go! A 4! 13.
Okay, unfortunately, both of them end up missing.
Ah,
As it seems to be a little hard for Grape Ape to get his bearings floating in the air.
Grape Ape. She does. There is still the D6 from Phantasmal Force. 2!
Okay.
2 psychic damage. And I don't think Grape Ape has any bonus actions. No.
Okay, so that'll bring us
gonna
back to the top of the order with Furia then.
Alright, I'm a little fed up with all this floating around, and since this is a dream world and I can be whatever I want to be, I'm at last going to turn into a bird, specifically a giant vulture.
Oh, okay.
And this time, as my party members know very well, I am not going to turn into a puddle of goop, flesh, bones, and feathers. I'm actually going to turn into a bird. And ecstatic that it actually worked, I'm going to fly all the way over and actually attack this dragon with my own multi-attack. And I believe the giant vulture has pack tactics, so I don't actually have to be flanking. It's just as long as somebody's within 5 feet. So
Correct.
that is a beak attack and a talon attack. Ooh, alright. The first one is only a 12 to hit.
That unfortunately misses.
The animals.
But the second one is a math 22 to hit.
Okay, that will hit.
Alright, so I go in with the talons. That is 13 points of magical slashing damage.
Okay. It is still on its feet, because you can see blood is pouring out of it in many different places.
I caw encouragement over to my ape friend and the other friend on the other side.
Okay, so let's see here. So
I wish I could remember literally any quote from that orangutan.
Whoopie doo, I wanna be like you.
Not that one.
Yes. Unfortunately, your mental stats are the apes at the moment. So.
Uh.
Well, in that case, somebody throw a banana. Okay, so that brings us back to the lair action. So is it? Let's see here.
Become the big muscled person that I've always admired.
Okay.
Become the himbo.
The Shimbim.
The him bim.
Okay, yeah. Oh, well, actually, that's a good point. So at the start of the lair action, the gravity returns, and everyone now, except for Furia, falls to the ground, and you all take 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Again.
I'm down to 2 HP.
That's fine. If we knock you out, maybe
That's
we all just wake
Two.
up.
That's only 2 for me.
That was your plan, all.
If we
Uh,
just
We'll knock you out, we'll let the dragon have you, and then we'll be fine.
Oh my.
okay. The Albert falls to the ground, collapses, and then slowly starts to get back up again.
Really getting
the,
tired of that.
the phantasmal forces still up.
And then, as the new lair action takes effect, it is going to once more it looks down at now the ape and the vulture and forces the two of you together and repels a strength saving throw from both of you.
From who? Sorry, I didn't hear.
The ape and the vulture. So Murdoch and
Okay.
Furia.
That's what I
As
thought.
I think the ape is going to be fine with this one, but
I got a plus. It's got a +6, but I've not actually rolled high on my dice today. No, I rolled a 4. 4 plus 6
Okay.
is 10.
so unfortunately the giant ape is now prone.
I think that's a 17.
Okay, so the giant vulture makes the save. So you take half damage, and I rolled extremely well on this one. The giant
Uh-oh.
ape is going to take 28 points of bludgeoning damage from this lair action.
God,
The
this
giant
could-
vulture takes 14.
8, so I have to beat a 14. Ooh. I did.
Falling on my butt is the most damage that Hex has taken throughout this entire encounter so far.
Thanks.
Yep.
Yeah,
and
the
Polymorph is
dragon's a
still up
little
as well.
irritated at the giant monkey.
Giant monkey not go down though. Giant monkey at half. Giant monkey.
Mostly why I did it is the HP.
I appreciate it. I will always accept a polymorph when I'm low on HP.
So that ends the lair action and brings us to the dragon. Who again is still stuck without the ability to just bite this thing. So is going to make. Huh. You know what it's going to do? You watch as, once more, it vanishes from in front of the two of you. And is going to appear sitting on the far side of the house over on the other side of Lydia.
You finally got tired of me, did you?
And that's going to end its go and bring us to... wait, is that I think that Albert's down. Yep, that is not the Albert's alive. So that brings us over to Lydia. Who, how are people looking? I think, Sarah, you said you're
Bear's
looking
about
pretty...
to die.
I
Okay.
want to die!
Oh, yeah. Lydia...
Yeah, I'm still. I haven't taken any damage. Except vulture
You're-
damage.
Furia's just
And
been
I'm-
like,
Vulture.
Still good since everything's been half damage. It's just like
Okay.
little tiny shots at me. So.
This was all according to Maddie's plan when he rolled a new character.
Yeah, so Lydia's gonna charge up and basically slap Sarah with some more healing.
Ow.
And use her last
Slap.
3rd level spell slot. That is not great. That is 12 points of healing you get back.
I mean, that's better than being on 2, so.
And then she can make a bonus action attack with her spiritual weapon. Oh wait, I didn't make her a con save for it. Really? I think she dropped con on it. Yep. So never mind. The spiritual weapon is gone, so she cannot smack the never-ending Albert.
Spiritual weapon isn't
Never-ending
concentration.
Oh, it isn't concentration?
Nope.
Oh.
I
Oh
love
yeah,
clerics.
that's right. Spirit Guardians is concentration. Spiritual weapon is not.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I
this
love
is
clerics.
actually going to hit. So, thank you for that. I don't typically use the spell.
I
It's a
love
good
clerics. I
one.
use it all the time.
Even DMs need help sometimes, kids.
Usually we need a lot of it.
Oh.
And that is 10 points of damage as you watch as this Warhammer comes down and slams into the top of Albert in front of you. You watch as the head just goes, and the body collapses to the ground.
Hey! Does it actually collapse?
Yep.
The never-ending Albert. Oh.
And that will end her go and bring us over to Jericho.
How bad does Sarah not want to be near this dragon right now?
I would very much like to just have this thing out of my head.
Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20. I'll move 20 feet. So I'm standing within 5 feet of Sarah. I'm going to grab her old lady hand and I'm going to
Oh.
say, shall we take our leave? I will. Hold on, let me check to make sure I can actually do this because I've been using a lot of spells. I can. Dimension door with her if she wants to come. And basically just sort of, because I don't want to be near this thing, she can move closer if she wants, but we're going over here.
Where are we? What?
I can't move your token, but see where I am.
Basically,
No, I don't know what that is.
You're being
Dimension-
teleported.
Yeah, I'm teleporting you away from the dragon.
basically Jericho is saying, come with me if you want to live. Do you
Yeah.
follow? Or are you staying behind?
Bye. Dash.
I mean, you can stay next to the dragon if you would like. Like, no skin off my back, but he did offer you to come with him if you wanted to.
Just let me try one thing before.
Oh
we
my
do
gosh!
So it,
You're gonna die!
The spell is used. He can't
Yeah.
wait.
Sarah,
I can't
as,
take it
as
back.
you
Yeah.
say no, you watch as Jericho vanishes,
Okay.
and you are left behind.
Yeah, you just see him like way across the field, and he kind of like waves, and he says, "Your loss."
I don't understand magic.
Explained it.
She thought I was gonna stay open for a while.
No!
No.
Yeah. Well,
Dimension Door is just the name of the spell. There isn't like.
yeah, there's no action.
door.
You're gonna leave
Well,
this
why
open so the dragon can come through.
Why would you call it dimension door if it's only
my
for a
God.
moment?
Sometimes doors are only open for a moment. Life
That's-
lesson.
That's a window.
So as
Like the
Hex is
window.
vanished
God,
across
God
the
has
floor,
closed a door, and you can only hope that a window opens now.
He's like, I can't help you. So if this dragon decides to give you the 1-2 combo, you're unfortunately going down.
So that'll bring us over to Artemis then.
Oh boy. There's suddenly a lot of pressure on me, and I don't like it.
I mean, you don't have to bring anyone back from the dead this time.
Not yet. Right, well, I'm going to try this one more time. The dragon is so nicely in front of a vitriolic sphere.
Okay, and that was a dexterity saving throw?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. What is that? Okay, so that is a 17.
Right. Alright, fine. So originally 10d4, now
Well,
whatever
roll the 10d4.
Ro-
yeah.
Then we have Rose on deck.
13.
13. Okay, it is still on its feet.
Ugh!
It is getting close. You can see there seems to be more blood pouring out of its mouth. It almost looks like it's coming out of wounds that you can't see.
I'm going to also physically move myself in front of Sarah.
Okay. So I'll bring us over to you, Rose.
Okay. So I can't reach the dragon with just my movement alone. But I think I'm going to use all my movement, get about there, and I'm going to take the third javelin from my hip and throw it at the dragon.
Okay, so go ahead and make a dexterity, make your javelin attack for us.
That's only an 8.
Okay, so as you throw the javelin, you watch as once more this dragon looks down and you can almost see it trying to smile at you as it reaches out with its hand and pulls Sarah over
No.
to hold in front of this javelin. And then, unfortunately, the javelin just sort of hits Sarah and collapses because not even 8's going to get through Sarah's armor. And then Sarah finds herself back over on where she was.
Do you have one
Forget
left,
traumatizing
but
Sarah. Traumatizing Rose.
I have one left, but I don't know if I want to throw it again. I'm
It
afraid.
was a very good effort, Rose.
I'm sorry, I'm better with the axe, not these stupid javelins.
It's my dear.
Think I'm gonna just end my turn there.
Okay. So that will bring us over. That is now. So that brings us actually over to Sarah.
I would like to shoot this thing.
Okay, so go ahead and fire your crossbow.
Okay, plus. Hey, fun fact, did you guys know that I actually had a +6 for this crossbow this entire time? For the hit?
Yeah, because it's your dexterity plus your proficiency bonus. That's 3 plus 3. You gotta read you gotta read your sheet. You gotta.
I've been reading that 6 is like some. It looked faded. I'm sorry. Anyway, not 66. So that's 18.
Okay, as you fire off, and it just hits the chest and just falls. is not enough to pierce the hide.
Sarah, I suggest you run.
You wouldn't have had to run if you just came over here with me.
Shut up, Jericho!
That is true.
I've had it up to here with you, and you have used my husband's visage to torment me mentally and emotionally. You have harmed my friends within my dreamscape. You infringed on my scones. That's the worst.
Good.
And they were dry.
I love
I want you out of my head now. There's no more, please.
And you're staying where you are?
work.
I'm gonna move at least next to Artemis.
Okay.
No, just run,
So that
run
br-
far away, please.
That brings us
gosh.
over to Murdoch then.
Alrighty. Murdoch the monkey. Is
Murder.
Murdoch the monkey still floating?
Nope, you are on the ground.
Alrighty. The giant ape has 40 feet of movement. Actually, so Thea, the giant ape actually has a ranged attack. It is a rock throw.
Okay.
Could I just throw the carriage?
Sure. Why not?
Wonderful. Excuse me. Pick that up, and then I will move because I need to be within 50 feet, so I'll give 10 feet of movement to pick up the carriage, and then 30 to get here. And then that should be within 50.
Yep.
Wonderful. I'm going to try and throw the carriage
Okay.
as my rock attack. $17?
As it comes sailing over, it just moves out of the way and crashes onto the ground. So there's now a large wrecked pile of
Ah! Sadness! I can't talk, but she's thinking, sadness. Well, you can take that 1d6 psychic damage, though.
rage.
We're almost out. 4! Take it.
Okay.
Take it. That's it.
Okay, that brings us to the top of the order then with Furia.
Dang it.
The only thing I can do is fly my way as close as I can. Let's see. Alright, so just about here.
Okay.
And actually, I am about the same size as Murdoch Ape.
Oh, okay.
I'm a large creature as well. Yes, large. But that's all I can do on my turn.
Okay, so that'll bring us back to our lair action. And the dragon, seeing everybody is so nice and sort of clustering up here, is going to bring forth that massive dark spherical orb once more. So I need Murdoch, Furia, Rose, Art, Sarah, and Lydia this time to all make con saves.
17.
Okay,
Ugh.
made.
8.
Failed.
14.
What was yours, Rose?
A 14.
Okay, that's a fail.
I got an 18.
Okay, so that is a success. And then Lydia succeeded. So, Art, what was yours?
15.
And you succeed. So it is just Sarah
times.
and Rose who are, as again this dark orb starts to appear.
Oh, not again.
Everyone except for Rose and Sarah, you were able to get that quick breath of air in. For Rose and Sarah, you are now suffocating.
Cool.
So, what are your Constitution modifiers?
-1.
Okay.
Plus the mod, right? Not the saving
mod.
throw?
Correct, just
Okay,
the modifier.
plus 3.
Okay, so Sarah, you will survive until the end of your next round unless you get out of this area. Rose, you have 3 rounds.
Okay.
I'm going to. Then for the rest of you, you are holding your breath. You were able to hold your breath. So you can hold your breath for 1 minute. So basically 10 rounds plus your con modifier. So realistically, at least 10 rounds of battle. Which I don't think that we've got 10 rounds left with this poor dragon. But speaking of that, that brings us to the dragon, who is right here, and actually can see everyone even within that dark sphere. So is going to take off and fly into the darkness. And is going to make a couple of attacks. One down at Rose and one at Sarah. Okay. So, Rose, the attack against you, and it's going to be here so I can get both of you. That is a nat 20 on the attack against Rose.
Okay.
And a 22 on the attack against Sarah.
That hits.
Okay, so I'll start with Sarah because that one's the easier of the two. Okay, Sarah, that is. Let me see here. That's claws. That is 17 slashing and 6 cold damage.
I'm down.
Okay, so Sarah has fallen to unconsciousness. And then at Rose, we have. Okay, that's. 22 points of slashing damage. And 11 cold damage.
Okay.
And that will bring us to Lydia then, who cannot see Sarah. Does not know Sarah has gone down. Is going to try to wander in to find the dragon, and actually is going to be able to find it and make an attack roll with the Warhammer. Actually going to hit and do. What is your Warhammer's bonus? I think it's a 4. Just a second here. Okay, the dragon is still up. and is in the darkness, so nobody really knows how it looks right now. But they knew it was looking pretty rough before. And that's going to bring us to Hex.
Oh boy.
There is a massive dark
Yeah.
black sphere in the middle of the field. You do see part of an ape sticking out of it. Basically the hindquarters of an ape.
My cheeks.
You got some really big hairy cheeks looking at you. But
He's like, I am very glad I am over here. To magic missile or to dispel? That is the question. I'll dispel. I'll try to dispel it again.
okay.
3rd level again, because I actually don't have any higher level spell slots right now.
So go ahead and make your check. So D20 plus your spellcasting.
Natural 20, so 25.
And that is enough to get rid of it. Again.
Yep, it's just the cage thing happens again. He's just like, elementary, just closes his hand and it just boops. And he like brings it up and yawns, sees Sarah's on the ground, and he's like, oh, that outcome was calculated. Can we hurry up and finish this? I'm getting tired. That would be his turn.
Okay. So then that will bring us over to Artemis then. As you can now see, this dragon is looking absolutely wrecked. But meanwhile, it's standing right on top of you. And
Oh,
Sarah is
yeah.
on the ground bleeding.
I'm having PTSD. Going to cast Shatter on the dragon again. Gah.
Okay.
That is a con save.
Alrighty then. And that is I'm pretty sure this just saved. That is a 32.
Just saved.
Come on!
That's half damage though, right?
Yes. 8.
Okay. So as Art, as you begin casting your incantations, you watch as this spell takes effect and you can see this wave of force emanate from the center of the dragon. Just you watch as the body seems to almost shimmer and shake. And you watch as the eyes start to roll back. And the body begins to collapse down.
Uh-oh. Oh, wait.
Everyone with the exception of Sarah, make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh, I gotta do this as a monkey.
Oh. Oh, sorry. 23.
It's actually it's the same as Murdoch. 5.
Oh!
It's the same as Murdoch's wisdom.
11 for me.
I got a 25.
11, Fury is a 25. Art, what was yours?
23, I think?
Okay, 23. Jericho?
22.
22. Okay, and we will have Lydia roll hers next time. As You watch as the eyes roll back and this body starts to collapse. And as it starts to fall, you watch as it is collapsing towards you, Artemis, and begins to get pulled within the head of the unconscious Sarah. And as you watch this, all of a sudden the entire world seems to start shaking. And you hear a strange sort of crunching sound as you watch parts of the ground just start to fall and give way into nothing. And then the rest of you notice more of this falling until there's nothing but darkness around you. And that's where we're going to call an end to tonight's session.
Oh, fun.
So we will be back next week, folks, as the party has managed to slay a CR-15 Void Dragon with some minor modifications, as well as a not insubstantial horde of zombie Alberts. Which and I have to say this because I found this hysterical. Most of them went down right away. There was one of them, that one that was right above Sarah on the map, that I rolled 4 nat 20s in a row on its con save.
Wow.
For that stupid, you gotta roll a d5 plus the damage. And Sarah's the one killing, and it's like, 8 damage, 12 damage. It's like 20, 20, 20, 20. It's like,
wow.
where's that when I'm hitting Murdoch so my dragon can have its mouth back?
Sorry.
But with that being said, we'll have to be back next time to see what has happened as they have just slain this massive dragon and who now find themselves in darkness. So tune in next week, folks. We're going to have Hex Jericho back with us for, I think, one more week. As, well, depending on what happens next week. But don't forget, folks, when you see your missing, presumed dead husband in what you believe to be a mental escape of your own mind, shoot him in the eye, apparently, repeatedly, and don't forget to add your proficiency bonus. See you next time, folks. Oh, poor eyeless Albert.